What's up guys, it's Tom back here from Crypto Life Inc. Today we're going to do a price analysis on Terra Luna. We're going to see how low it can dip before we see a bounce. Alrighty, let's jump right in and do a quick price analysis of Terra Luna. So it's been mooning lately and it's also had a little bit of a correction already because it's gone up so high. And as you can see, I've drawn the fib retracement. It's gone up to $100. And for those of you who have seen our previous channel of the Terra Luna review and you want to get a little price analysis to see when it's a good place to jump in, let's have a look at the macro and see when would be a possible good place to jump back into this token if you took profits or you're just looking to get in. Now we're on the weekly. Now with normal fib retracement, we've got level 0.5 at around $55, which is exactly where this wick kind of landed. Now it's a little bit too early to see what's going to happen here. It looks like we probably are going to recover this wick. Usually we do recover the imbalances in the charts. So this could be a possible entry point for getting some Luna tokens. Also, the next point of interest we have would be the 0.38, seeing as we broke all these other retracements, right? But the 0.5 is probably a much more solid bet than this part here, although it can go down as low as that, which would be a really good place to pick up Luna in my opinion, based on the fibs alone, and also some EMAs, which we'll look at in a second. So let me get rid of that. Now we can go onto the daily chart and just have a quick look at what it all looks like. So obviously we've got a little downwards channel here. It's not looking the best, but you know, Bitcoin is dumped, and we just did a little analysis on Bitcoin, so you can check out that on the channel if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, basically we're in a downward channel. RSI's also in a little downwards channel. There's no bullish. Is there bullish divergence? Let's have a look. I hate trying to draw a line down here because it's a stupid thing pops up. Anyways, you get the point. We're going down. This point is technically higher than this point, so technically we have some divergence here, which may be able to play out. Based on this, looks like we're going to head back and get the have a little tap of the 200 EMA. We need to close above the $72 point if we want to see any moves to the upside, which is the 55 EMA. So this is what we're looking like in the short term for Terra Luna. We're looking like a bit more sideways action before a possible bounce, and it all depends on what Bitcoin's doing, obviously. But the likelihood of recovering this week is, I would say, higher as opposed to lower. So that is something to watch out for, and this could be a possible area to start dollar cost averaging into some Terra Luna tokens. So here again we have the wick. On the weekly we have a little bit of liquidity down here at 49, so potentially recover this wick at least, and maybe down to 49. But we also see that the next level of support would be the 200 moving average and the 50 EMA on the weekly. So that also kind of confluates to around the $42, $38 mark. So around this region would be a really good place, in my opinion, to pick up some Luna. We're still in a massive uptrend, as you can see, and until we even break this, we're still in an uptrend. If we do close below this, we're looking at possibly a bear market, right? But that's still pretty far away, but like around $30 of range. So yeah, that's what it's looking like on the weekly. If we go to the daily, we can see and get a bit more detail. So we're getting rejected here at the 5 EMA. What we want to do is we want to close above this and challenge the 50 EMA at the $73 mark, because the 13 EMA, you can't see it, but it's also here as well. So if we can close above this, we can start to potentially look at some upwards movements, or at least sideways, create a W pattern, and then we go back up again. But right now we haven't even closed above this confidently yet, so that's what I'm looking for. Very likely that we get rejected here at the $73 mark in the short term, if we don't even go down here back to the $50 zone sooner rather than later. And it looks like we're still in the downtrend, so I would say your bet is around the 200 EMA, you get a better bounce, just based off this daily alone. If we can close above this area, $73, and move further up, then it will change my bias to the upside for the short term. But I mean, right now it's not it's not too bad of a place to start thinking about dollar cost averaging in, or at least having a plan for this zone if it does appear itself, and even lower down to the $42 mark as we suggested. So that's just something that I'm personally looking out for. We can see RSI has hit the volatility band and it's going back up again, but doesn't mean too much. Here we don't actually have the divergence on that because this is still lower, but we did on the other one. So that's just something to note there. Not sure why that's the case. Now let's go quickly wrap up and look at the Fu Manchu chart and have a look at some of the momentum that is going in. So it's not the best chart, obviously. There's not much information on the weekly. Let's go to the 3-day and have a little look. So we're still pretty green in the money flow, starting to curve down with the money flow. Momentum is still pretty high, but it's obviously coming down, and the RSI is below the EMA here. So it's looking like we're going to retest the lows, guys. It's looking like we're going to retest the lows, which is a good buying opportunity, in my opinion. Because if we really believe in Terra Luna and the fact that adoption will mean mad gains for Luna itself, adoption of the Terra stablecoins, then this ecosystem has nowhere else but to go, but to grow, if we are still believing in the lengthening bull market cycles as well. Let's wrap it up real quick. So if we go into the daily, we can see that we've still got some nice green money flow. Momentum might get a green dot here, and we might bump up a bit. Okay, so here is the... No, it's still not divergent here. Anyways, yeah, this is... and we got the VWAP coming up a bit. But what we want to see is hopefully a green dot printed on the daily, and then some movement upwards. So if we go down to the 4-hour, we might see what's going to happen here. So here we've got a red dot getting rejected at the 0 line. So basically confirming my bias for the short-term downside. Probably attack this $50 range again before we kind of hopefully form a W. If we can't hold this, then we're going down to probably the $42 mark, right? If we break these zones here. Now let me just double check if that's accurate. Yeah, if we break the $49 mark and close beneath that, we're going down to $42. So that's something to be aware of. And then we have a lot of support down here at $38, around the $42 to $38 mark, which I definitely expect to bounce at the very least. And then we'd have to do some further analysis to see if this bull market is over for this particular token. But anyways, that is my analysis for Terra Luna. Let me know what you guys think about price predictions in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye.